Good evening. Welcome to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where we think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. Today, we will be having our draft review. The Bears and actually the NFL, the draft is over with now. Thank God. Whew. 3 days of excitement, anxiety. Some people are happy about what the Bears did. Some people are not, different stations and podcast people and hell, just experts gave the Bears many different grades. Some gave them A, some gave them B, some gave them a C. I didn't see any D's or F's out there, so I guess they didn't do too bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hot, heated debate. And for those that like to come on, we're going to probably put in a link to have you come on and see what you thought about the Chicago Bears 2025 NFL Draft. That and more next on the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Crooked, hit it!
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
Welcome to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Let me get this little branch out of the way. It's kind of irritating me. Oh, shit, I'll move it later. Who cares? Anyway, I'm your host with the most, Foul Mouth C. We will have the whole, we'll have majority of the All-Star team come on today. Frank is running a little late. Pretty sure we're going to have our brother, Mr. Chicago, come in. I think T-Nick is absent for the day. So, man, draft is over, like I said. God. So, what the Chicago Bears did, let's see. My boy Jay Grizz in the house. What's up, Jay Grizz? Missed you, fam. Here is our draft class. As you can see, Coast and Loveland. You got I forgot the DT from Texas A&M, his name. You got Luther Burton the third. You got a guy from the big guy from we got Ozzie. Then we got the guy from Michigan State. We got, I think his name Hippolyte from Maryland, the running back from Rutgers, and a guy that I'm actually intrigued by came from the same school as I think his name Woolen was from Seattle, Evans. I think his name is Zach Evans, Xavier Evans, something like that. Big, long, excuse me, bless me. Big, long, athletic corner, 6'3", runs a 4.36. I like to see what he's going to be able to do. We sort of like those big corners. Guy's pretty athletic. So we're going to get into that more. We're going to send in a link as well, to hear. We actually want to talk to you guys, see what you guys think about the draft. I know there are a lot of people that are not happy with the draft. They didn't like what we did at number 10. Probably even a couple people on our panel that didn't like what we did at number 10 or what we did in this whole entire draft. People got to realize you can't ask for Ben Johnson. And then when the GM goes out and gets majority of the people that Ben Johnson wants, now it's like, oh, man, we should have got this person. We should have got this person. We know this draft was the draft for Ben Johnson. This was the people that he wanted. The people that Ben Johnson wanted. The head coach that you all wanted. So because he didn't get who you thought that we needed, now it's like a bad draft. You get what your head coach wants. That's the job of the GM. The head coach, last time I checked, is the person that's running the team, right? He's coaching the team, right? He's the big dog, right? So you're going to get who he wants. Now, fortunately, it may cost a GM a job. In most cases, it does. But water's getting deep now. Don't be trying to jump off already. Hey, I hear you on that, Crook. Yeah, so we're going to see. This is going to be interesting today. We love to see you guys' comments. Remember to like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get this thing cracking. First up on the All-Star team is my man that knows all the stats from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. My boy, JB.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Jay?
Shit, same.
That's my question. Yeah. So I already know you got strong opinions about the draft.
Yeah, we it's a C.
Ding, ding.
A basic C, maybe a C plus. I think we put the cart before the horse. I get what you're saying about drafting what the coach needs, but it's what the team, what the coach wants, but it's what the team needs first. At 10, we needed that dog generational defensive line player, or we needed that generational 10-year back. We didn't need a tight end. Now, I do like Luther Burden with that second pick. That was crucial because we, now the wide receiver room getting a little crowded. I do like Shamar Stewart, plays real aggressive, kid out of South Carolina. Texas A&M. I do like the fact that they did address the line, but when you have a chance to get one of those guys, you got to get one of those guys. It reminds me of years back when we had a chance to get dogs and we got Shea McClellan. We had a chance to get Sean Merriman and we got Cedric Benson. We had a chance to get Randy Moss. So did other teams. We needed a wide receiver and we don't get Randy Moss. I just get tired of doing that type of stuff. We could have got a tight end in the second or third or later rounds. We didn't need to waste 10 on a tight end when you already technically have a tight end that just made decent money on the roster. I don't understand it. I don't agree.
Okay, so tell me this. You said you want that dog, right? So who was it that you wanted at 10?
So for me, I know this is probably gonna shock you. As it fell down and they didn't want Jalen Walker, I thought that would have been the perfect time to get Kenneth Grant. Right there. To me, 10 is not too high when you have a need. You need an edge rusher, you need a tackle, you need a running back, you need a receiver, you need an offensive tackle. To me, tight end was the last most important to what you need. You said it yourself. We got an aging Grady Jarrett. We don't know what Javon Dexter is going to be or what he's trending to be. Hell, is Zach Pickens ever going to play? But we know what that kid in Michigan did. We saw it. We know what he did when he played next to another potential generational player in Mason Graham. You telling me you don't want to put that kid with a Grady Jarrett or a Billings, or we don't want to get a Jalen Walker, or we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't want. And I'm not saying that to abandon the offense. I'm not saying that at all. But a tight end.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I wasn't me myself. I'm a Michigan guy. I felt
you are, and you're not even biased about it. Like you didn't even.
I definitely didn't want to get a tight end, whether it had been Colston Loveland or Tyler Warren. I didn't want neither one of them. As far as getting Kenneth Grant, I think Kenneth Grant, from where they mocked him at, I think Kenneth Grant went probably about 10 spots earlier than what he was supposed to be. Or shit, hell, 10 or less, I should say.
I want to say maybe less because
10 or less, because I think what he went like 13 or something like that. Yeah, so I thought he may have been like within the 18 to 24 range. I thought that's where he was going to go. When I saw him go that early, I was very shocked. I think that they would have took him at 10. I think people would still have been pissed about it because I think a lot of people would have thought that was too high. As you've seen, like one thing that we knew about coming into this draft was this was not a franchise changing draft as far as having franchise type players. There may be, they say maybe 3 franchises, but this is a good depth draft. You know what I'm saying? You can get plenty of depth or some, you know what I'm saying, potential starters, maybe get a couple Pro Bowls here and there out of this draft. You know, the depth was a lot better than it was last year. It was just that the front part of the draft was top heavy last year. You know what I'm saying? You had franchise guys with Caleb, Jaden, Drake May. Who else did you have going in there? Marvin Harrison, you know, Rome, all those type of guys, you know what I'm saying, that you had going up there. Brock Bowers, all these type of guys, you know. So it was very top heavy last year. This year, not so much, but it was probably more depth this year. So yes, now with the Coastal Loveland, see, the thing is this, it puts you in sort of like a weird spot because here it is, you have a head coach that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted this guy. There's not too many fans in Chicago that did not want this guy. Now, he was damn sure on the list. Now, was he everybody's top pick? Majority of them he was everybody's top pick. Majority of them.
Yes, Jay Grizz, Joe Alt,
Joe Alt, Jared Verse, yeah. You see, top heavy as hell. So, like I said, everybody wanted this guy. It's hard for a GM to be like, head coach said, hey, I want this guy. And you be like, nah, I don't think we should go there. I think we need this right here. Let me get this guy. Right then and there, you know how this shit work in Chicago. You would have been hearing all types of rumblings talking about behind the scenes. Man, Ryan Poles wanted this guy. He went out and got this guy. Ben Johnson wanted this guy. They already starting off bad. You know how this shit would have went. And so I think in this situation, they did the right thing by going to get who it was Ben Johnson wanted because he's going to be coaching up this team. Go ahead, do all we got to do now is sit back and wait and see how this shit is going to turn out.
Let me ask you this though. Although, yes, Bill Parcells famously said, "If you want me to cook the meal, let me buy the groceries." But that's Bill Parcells. This is a first-time rookie head coach as well. You gotta work both sides. You can't just give him the keys to the Ferrari and he don't have any insurance. You gotta work both sides. Because what you run the risk of doing it. I'm not saying that Colston Loveland is a bad player. Not saying that. I'm just saying in level of importance to what the Bears need as a team, I think you could have found more than adequate tight end in the second or third round. There were some other guys out there that we talked about in the chat. Harold Fanning, Elijah Royal. There were guys in there that were just as good physically, maybe a little faster, maybe not the mystique of a Loveland, right? But hell, if you're trying to recreate what you got in Detroit, that just happened to mesh and form over years. You're not going to get that production this year. It's impossible. But you know what you can do? You can solidify the one side of the ball that was actually halfway decent. The Bears were ranked number 13 in defense. We couldn't stop the run. What good is putting up a bunch of points if we can't stop the run and get the ball back? Because once we fail, you know what teams are going to do? They're going to run that ball, run that clock out, and we right back repeating the same thing on the hamster wheel.
Yeah, and I totally understand that. I understand what you're talking about. Also, you got to remember that the Bears did address that side. We're getting a Grady Jarrett. We're getting Dayo. You know what I'm saying? Dayo, however way they pronounce it. We call him Dayo on this Dayo. Go ahead, hit it, commit.
But isn't he a long shot? Like, he didn't do nothing. He only had, 2 sacks, 3? Like, he's to me, that that is a pick that you're hoping that you traded for, threw a little cash at, and you like, I see something in this kid. I hope he hits.
Yeah. But I mean, you also got to remember, you got guys from last year. You got the Austin Booker. You know,
he got to get on the field.
Yeah. I mean, shit, he's gonna get on the field this year. He has no damn choice but to get on the field this year. You know,
Hardy. Hardy. Remember Hardy? Like what?
Yeah, I ain't really counting on Hardy too much. I think he was used more so as a special teams guy last year. He looked like he could develop into something. But like you said, we got a whole new defensive. We got a whole new defensive coordinator in Dennis Allen. We're gonna see what he wants. See what he can get up out of him. I actually like the guy from Texas A&M. Now, the crazy part about it was that we were sitting up there talking about before the draft that if they did draft the DT, was that DT going to automatically be starting? And I don't think that you could say, depending on if it was Mason Graham or if it was a Kenneth Grant, would they been starting already? Because you just paid money to our boy Grady Jarrett. And then you got Javon Dexter that's coming into his third year that had a pretty good year last year. So I don't think that you're going to automatically incorporate a rookie right in and sit up there and put one of them on the bench. You ain't going to put the guy that was promising last year that did a pretty good job, and you ain't going to put in the guy that you just paid all that money. You're not throwing him to the bench.
You're not. And that's where I'm saying I think the position that you knew you needed a potential 5-star starter, day one starter, was either at edge, because we don't know what Deo is, right? And possibly at that Sam linebacker position, which in Dennis Allen's, he runs a traditional 4-3 with a blitzing linebacker at times.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be running too much of 4-3 when you just sign Kyler Gordon to that money. Kyler Gordon is a nickel. I don't think you're going to do that. Yeah. I don't think you're giving a guy like $12, $13 million a year and say, oh, yeah, we're going to start out with 3 linebackers.
But I'm not disagreeing with that, but I do feel older coaches tend not to change their stripes, which is why, like, when you talk to like a Rex Ryan, why change what you do good? Now, obviously you alter, right? But to me, you have the luxury of having like the chance to get that guy that we haven't had. Think about it. When is the last time, offensively or defensively, that we literally drafted that guy and he just off the bat hit? I'm being honest, I don't remember.
I mean, I get you. We got Wall. He says
maybe Roquan, but we got rid of him.
Gotta let the coach.
Maybe Roquan.
I mean, Wall. He said you gotta let the coach go. I mean, that's the thing. We got to see. The thing is this: you can't go into the season with a head coach and a GM not vibing. If that's what the head coach want, you got to get the head coach what he needs. It's just that simple. Especially his first year. Now, if he decides or he looks like he can't get it done, then yeah, you as the GM, you're like, all right, look here, man. All right, we tried it your way. That shit ain't worked out too well. We're going to go ahead and get the players that we desperately need. And the thing is, the Bears picked up. See, I think that we as fans are overlooking. The Bears had holes, but they literally filled those holes. Now, it may not be with the star quality guys that we
That's what I was going to go. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but they filled them holes. We were talking about, man, we need some of that DT. Bam, we ain't got a DT. Man, we need some of that edge. Bam, we got some of that edge. Shit, we sit up here, man, our offensive line got to get this together. Went out there, got 2 fucking guards in the center. And then not only that, went out in the draft, got some more offensive linemen. And then you still got a guy that you're waiting to see what he can do with a full healthy year, and also with some complementary or some guys that can stay. There's some guys that's actually good offensive linemen and that can stay healthy. And then you got a guy that you spent the 3rd round pick on as well to see what he can give you. That was projected to be a 2nd round pick, but he went 3rd because of injury. So you got to see what you got.
Agreed. Now, let me flip it. Let me play devil's advocate a little bit. Now, I'm all for letting the coach cook and get what he wants. But that don't mean you got to get it today. When we went to the store, sometime mom was like, Man, you can get them cupcakes next Friday. You can't get them this Friday. You can get them next week. Sometimes you got to let what you know as a whole and all the veterans on the staff. Yeah, we're going to get you your tight end. But this is more important for what we're trying to do with this still young rookie quarterback, second-year quarterback who's learning a brand new system, and a coach learning how to coach for the first time. You got to hold his hand just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I totally get it. I totally get it. I get what you're saying. But like you said, got to let them cook. But you know what be fucked up? If mom and dad are sitting up there fighting about what it is that they want to eat and the kids see it. She's already in the fucking tank before it even begun.
Well, that I agree with. Everybody don't need to know everything.
Yeah, well, shit. When you in the draft room, everybody gonna know every goddamn thing. Shit, the kids right there at the table, like
they right there. Look, they looking like what?
Yeah. Come on, what's going on? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in our next member. He is the mouth, not from the South, but in the South. But he's from Chicago, Mr. Chicago.
What's good, fellas? How y'all living, man?
What the hell was that you had? What you had, a Gatorade bottle or some shit?
Oh, no. It's my water bottle with my Mr. Chicago.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like some orange. I'm like, what you drinking? Gin and juice back there? But it's okay.
No
Tang. Old school Tang.
Not on damn Tuesday, man. I ain't drinking that strongly on damn Tuesday. I gotta get up in the morning. But yeah, man, I'm just chiming in, listening to y'all talking about, what to expect from this. From now that we have now that the draft has, passed us by. Now we got all the players that we have drafted.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this much. Now, to your point about how you got to let the chef cook, right? You got to let coach cook. You pay him too much damn money to not have any type of input on who the hell he needs to be in his goddamn system. You can't pay a coach that much money and tell him, all right, well, we gave you your money. Let us handle the draft picks. No, every coach and every coaching staff wants their own guys, man. So, you got to be able to understand exactly what Coach Ben Johnson is coming in here with the mindset of who he's trying to bring in, what system he's trying to run, the whole nine. Now, granted, every last one of us got the number 10 pick wrong. We didn't think he was going to go that route. But guess what? As a Michigan fan, as a Coastal Loveland fan, I'm not too mad about that. Now, I've said this before, like right after the draft was over, I said, you know what? I said to a couple guys who were in a couple Bears chats that I'm part of, I said, if Poles did try to trade up to get Ashton Genty and the Raiders wasn't biting, they wasn't going, then I can respect that. What I don't respect is you not trying at all to make any damn trades. Now, granted, the trade has to work two damn ways. It's a two-way street. I have to request the trade, or I obviously call you up and ask if you would like to trade with me, and then you have to accept that trade. Now, I can't force you to trade with me, and at the same time, you got your idea of who your guy is. I have my idea of who my guy is. But if we got the same guy, whoever the hell gets to that damn to that steak first as a lion, hell, that's who we're gonna eat. So I'm not mad at the Raiders. I mean, I'm pissed that we didn't get a chance to get Genty because so much hype and talk was talked about us moving up to go get him. But I'm not upset at who Coastal Loveland is, what he's bringing to the table, and what Ben Johnson sees in him when he compares him to Sam Laporta. And we all know how well that worked out with him in Detroit. So with him seeing the same similar, intangibles and skills as Laporta, I'm fine with that pick. Now, I'm not as high on a lot of these other guys that we picked up, and I know we'll get into that later. But overall, I would give the Bears about a B-, close to a C+, because the only reason for that mainly is because we waited to the 7th round to get a running back. That's the problem I have. The 7th round. Now I don't know. I watched a couple of Rutgers games. I ain't watched a whole lot of them, so I don't know this kid enough to make any judgments on him or past judgments or whatever. But I'll say that to say there were opportunities to trade up to get other running backs that we all had, that we predicted that we would actually go higher in the draft, and some of them actually fell right where we thought they would, versus some of the other ones went a little higher. So, but again, if I call and ask you, hey man, you want to trade this, that, and the third for this, that, and the third, you say no, at least I tried. But if Pose was in there arrogantly thinking that, hey, now we ain't gonna call nobody, we ain't gonna make no trades. We are in no damn position as Chicago Bears to sit up here and think we too damn good to not make a damn trade. We ain't there yet. We're getting to that point, but we're not there yet. So we got to make all type of possibilities of trades and acquisitions, what may have you, as much as we can in order to get this team to that place where we can say this is a privilege to be here in Chicago and play for us.
JB, go ahead. I know you was
I just want to ask him a question, because now in the sports world, we know there's spin doctrine, there's rumors, there's conjecture, and then there's what these people actually said.
Right.
I'm lost because when I listened to the interview of when they said who their top players were on their draft board, it was Travis Hunter followed by Colston Loveland. In my opinion, if they couldn't trade up to get Hunter, they knew they was going to draft Loveland. Like nobody else, they weren't going to entertain anybody else if he was the second person on their draft board. Yep. So all the wheeling and dealing probably didn't matter, because unless you're calling teams 11 through 32 to get the 10th spot to get Loveland, they're not accepting any calls, because that's the guy that they wanted.
Yeah. Think about this though, JB. Think about how scared these teams were to even make a trade. This is the first time that we've seen only 2 trades from 1 to like 24 or 25. We seen them about late in the damn first round. Like we had
it wasn't that type of draft to do that though. When you have a draft full of stars, if I don't get this star, hell, I get this star, I can still win. It was a limited number of stars. And that's what me and Fowler was talking. Like, if we had a chance to get one of those stars to address a need of more importance, that's where the question for me came in. And again, not to diss Colston Loveland. To me, he's not the best tight end. I know you guys are fond of him. From me watching the footage, me personally, I like Arroyo and Fanning better than Warren and Colston. That's just me. But to get a Sam Laporta, of which Sam Laporta, remember, Sam Laporta played at Iowa. Iowa was, for a long time, Penn State and Iowa are linebacker and tight end U. That's what they put out. Sam Laporta was still a second-round pick. He wasn't a first-round pick. He was a second-round pick.
True.
We still could have addressed that in the second round because we had 2 second-round picks. We still could have addressed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I still got that dog defender.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. And like you said, one thing about this draft, like we was talking about earlier, JB, this draft was not filled with guys with stars. I won't say that. I won't
agree with that. There are more stars than we're giving them credit to be, right? So I see several number of players, especially in the first round, that has potential to be star
blue chips. Like can't miss, so-called can't miss guys.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. If you guys sit up there and tell me that there were can't miss guys that you guys believe in, who were these can't miss prospects? Outside of the 3 that they had up there, which was Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, and who was the third?
But we knew Carter and Hunter was going to be way more expensive to go up there and get than it was Ashton Genty. And then the other people that I thought about was Henderson and Hampton too.
Before you go there, I want to get you guys' opinion.
All right.
About this. Do you think, and I thought it was too much, do you think that trade that Jacksonville made to move up, do you think that was too much to get Travis?
It was desperate. They were desperate. The Browns are in a shithole situation.
No, I ain't saying what it. I'm saying, do you agree that was too much that they get? We know that they were desperate, but do you think that was too much what they gave up to move up 3 spots just to get Travis Hunter?
I think Jacksonville was a little bit more desperate than Cleveland, so I would probably say yes, it was too much. But considering the fact that you're getting 2 players in one with Travis Hunter, this may work out for you in your benefit.
They
But
justified their truth by believing
somewhat. But I would say to you, the fact that the Browns to me were one of the best. That they had the best drafts this year because they got two of the best damn running backs on that damn team, and they got Mason Graham on the same line as Myles Garrett, man. That's gonna be an ugly damn sight to see because ain't gonna be no running on that damn team.
We're gonna revisit that because I'm gonna tell you what. Yes, Mason Graham, the two running backs. I don't know to see, but they also drafted two quarterbacks.
So I ask you guys this again. Would you have Swamp went from 2 to 5? I think they gave up a second rounder, a fourth rounder, and a 2026 first. JB, would you have done that to get Travis Hunter? Yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Chicago?
I would have traded my first round for next year for him, but I would have traded the other, in the current draft, I would have traded those picks for him though. Yeah. But think about this though. That Jacksonville first round pick is gonna still be a high pick because Jacksonville still ain't gonna be no damn good team though. They're gonna have some good moments and some good games, but you still in the worst damn division in football, and you ain't gonna get past the damn Texas. Now, do I think they could split with other teams in that division? Maybe, but I don't see them making the playoffs even with this splash. Now Cleveland, on the other hand, I think Cleveland knocks Pittsburgh out that spot in the AFC North with the damn moves that they made in the damn draft. That I can definitely see happen.
Well, me personally, I think they gave up too much. And the reason why is because for the simple fact, Jacksonville, you know that you have a shitload of problems. Your quarterback has a problem with staying healthy. You gave up. You traded, so you went from 5th to 2nd. You gave away your second round pick. You gave away a 4th, and then you gave away a first round of next year. That's too fucking much.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
That is too much just to move up 3 fucking spots to get Travis Hunter. And I know we all sit up there and say that he can play both positions. The thing is this, baby. This the motherfucking NFL.
He gonna play both positions the whole game.
It's gonna have to be one side that he's primarily on, and then the other side he's gonna have to come in from time to time. If anybody, I'm willing to put any amount of money on it. I put $100 on it right now. This motherfucker would not be playing 150 fucking plays a game in the NFL.
Of course not. No. Think about this though. It's gonna be situational. When especially when situations happen where either a receiver goes down or a corner goes down.
Scarlock.
Yeah.
Jeanette, how y'all doing this evening?
New Harper's back. What up?
What up, Harper? When a receiver goes down or when a corner goes down, that's when I think his snaps in that position is going to actually go up. But he's not going to play 100 damn snaps per game every damn game on both sides of the ball. It's going to be some like situational football happening for him to play both sides in some of those games, especially if they like winning games. Then I can see him playing a little bit more on the defensive side. I do think he's going to benefit more with having Trevor Lawrence as his quarterback throwing him the ball. Him and Brian Thomas, I think, is going to have a damn good season together. They mesh well together, at least to me. But from a defensive side, I think he'll play less snaps on defense than he will on offense.
Remember this: 2 big things you got to wonder about that though. Schematic wise, defensively, he'll probably be the nickel back. So he'll technically be a starter when they have the nickel package on the field, but he won't be on it, like you said, 160
every down.
He's not. And some would even speculate, is he going to be the number 2 receiver or is he going to be the slot receiver? Because they did lose Christian Kirk, but they did sign I forgot. They signed somebody else. So it's an advantage play.
He stretches the field though, and I think Brian Thomas is more of the possessive receiver where he can go up there and go get it. He's a much more physical receiver than Travis Hunter is.
That motherfucker fast, man.
That too. I'm saying Travis Hunter can stretch the field too. Now, granted, this ain't college, and you ain't playing no little ass boys. You playing grown ass established men who got millions and billions of damn dollars out there to go prove their damn point and letting you know, hey, this ain't gonna work out for you the way you think it is. But if it does, Travis Hunter is going to be on a mountain by himself if this works out in his favor on both ends of this damn football field, because he's going to actually start to set the trend for more players to do the same thing he's done. And quite frankly, that can pretty much project him into the damn Hall of Fame.
Let me ask this. If you guys got Travis Hunter on your team, what position are you going to start him in? Which side of the ball are you going to start him on? What's the position? I mean,
I would say
on the Jacksonville or on the Bears?
No. I'm talking about right now. He's on Jacksonville, so without doubt. So on Jacksonville, where are you starting him at? Are you going to start him on the defensive end, have him play primary defense, and then he comes in at wide receiver, which is probably a little bit easier than it would be to be a starting wide receiver and then bringing your ass in on defense?
I'm going to put it to you this way.
I got to start him at the slot. I have to.
I'm going to put it to you this way. This is
primary at wide receiver?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's circumstantial for me, because I'm going to tell you where we need the most from him is where I'm putting his ass. If I need him out there on that damn defense, because the damn Jacksonville defense ain't been that damn good, I'm putting his ass out there as one of the corners out there. If I need him offensively to score points and get us down the damn field, I'm putting his ass out there on offense. But it's circumstantial for me, because I do see the need for him offensively and defensively on that team, because Jacksonville is still a train wreck, and they still have a hell of a lot of ways to go before they start competing again. But he can definitely help them to some capacity on both offense and defense.
Hell, the owner want to move him to London anyway. Like, shoot.
Shit, might as well. Much as they play out there more than any damn body. I'm like, Jacksonville fan base ain't even that large out there. Hell, we got a bigger fan base out there than they do. So I'm just like, damn, why y'all get all these London games?
Well, I mean, I didn't want to go any further without bringing in our next guy. So, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him in, and then we're going to go through these draft picks and tell me what you guys like, the pros and cons of them. So, without further ado, the next man up on the dream team, the Tank, but you all know him as Frank the Tank.
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
Good, man. Pretty good.
Sorry, I'm never tardy, man. This is a new one for me. My son's game went way too long, man. They had to finish the last inning almost in the damn dark.
Why did they win?
Y'all killing me with this.
No, unfortunately, they lost their first game. They lost 16-14. So good game.
How's it going, huh? Sound like
that's how it is in this league. 9-10-year-old little leaguers, man. It's all high scoring.
Yeah. So tell us, Frank. We've gone and heard from JB. We've gone and heard from Mr. Chicago. And we've gone and heard from myself. Tell me, what do you think as far as how the Chicago Bears draft went? What grade would you give it? What were your expectations going in? And do you agree with some of the draft choices that they made?
This is the thing. Like, if I'm giving a grade on it, I'll give a C+.
Yeah, same here.
And it's mainly because it was surprising. All right. I feel, and I know people are going to question me on this one, I feel they took the right tight end, but I didn't want a tight end. I felt like a tight end was not something that we desperately needed. And I understand when you look at all the draft picks from pretty much 5 to 9, they almost did take every single person on the board that I feel like the Bears could have wanted. And that last one was that offensive tackle from Texas, man. With the fact that he had 9, I was like, damn, man, come on.
Kelvin Banks, I told y'all, man, everybody was on him.
Yeah, I was upset about that one. I would not have drafted a tight end. I would have traded back. I would have traded back. I honestly think, and I do like Lovegood, I think we could have got him maybe at a later pick. Loveland, sorry. Loveland.
Hey, who the fuck is Lovegood?
He's a Michigan Wolverine.
It's like a TV host on a relationship show or some shit. Lovegood.
Was that old girl name?
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
Was that old girl from Harry Potter?
Why stop? Why stop? Oh, that is Lovegood. It's from Harry Potter, isn't it?
Oh,
One
yeah.
of the teachers or something.
I
Lily Lovegood.
haven't
Oh
been
shit!
following Harry Potter that much, so I
I'm
wouldn't.
quoting Harry Potter up in this motherfucker now. But no, I felt we could have got him later. I would have traded back, in my opinion. I do like the wide receiver that they pulled though. He is a burner, and we knew we kind of needed a burner. But at the same time, you didn't get a running back, man. So I was
to the seventh round.
Yeah, I mean they did, yes, but not really a running
like,
back
when-
anybody really expected is what.
When did we ever
boy
pick the
Bub
player
back
in the
up?
seventh round? When we ever done that?
Look,
Yeah.
go back up.
But I will tell you this, like, I mean, there's rumors around, and I know I was discussing it on the chat earlier with what's his name from Cleveland possibly coming over here. I mean, he is interested.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna get it to him later on.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm still going C+ in my grade. It's mainly because I just don't know. I felt like instead of at 10 taking a person of need or a position of need, they kind of took best available at a position that they would like.
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt that way about the receiver that we took more than I felt that way about Coach Lovett. I'm like, we don't necessarily need a receiver right now. I like the kid, but
I'll
I'm
tell
like,
you what, though, Chicago, and this, if you looked at, I don't know if you saw the draft call or the call when he made the phone call on him and they saw the war room and showed how exciting our wide receivers coach was. That was his pick.
I can
feel like that was all his pick.
Yeah, I can definitely tell that.
Happy with that draft pick.
Well, I'll put it to you like this, Frank. And I'm gonna ask you this before we move on till we start going in depth into each draft pick that the Chicago Bears did have drafted. Would you? Because we know everybody wanted Ben Johnson as the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Would you, as the GM, would you have set up there and totally ignored what he wanted and got what you think the team needed? No. Or would you just did what Ryan Poles did and, hey, look, you our head coach. You the person that's going to be running this show. What is it that you need? That's my job, to get you the people that you need so you can run this offense or run this team the best way you can so there can be no ifs, ands, buts about it.
If you went out and got the safe sake in a Matt Eberflus style freaking coach, then yes, I understand that. But you went out, you spent big money to sign the best available coach out there. You better damn well listen to him.
Absolutely. That's the same exact feeling I had, Frank, because I'm like, $13 million a year. He better be chiming in on what the hell he's going to be running over here and who he's going to be running it with. He get to have some say in who the hell's going to be running his offense. And
somebody said he could have a say.
The defense is too.
But Frank, the reason why I pushed on that is to say, because you weren't on. I didn't say don't give him what he wants. But he's a rookie head coach as well.
Yeah.
Let me ease you into this, young fella. Let me hold your hand a little bit.
That check don't say
that, but you don't get what you want to spite what the team desperately needs.
I understand. I understand where you're going with that, but I'm at that point where what did you desperately need at 10?
Sacks.
But who was available for you?
Run stoppers.
Who was available for you to get at 10 then?
They already took everybody we wanted at that point in time, JB. And mind you, $13 million. $13 million. You get him what the hell you want.
I jumped on the Mike Green trade. I wanted Mike Green. What the fuck did he go in the third round?
But he also facing rape charges.
Yeah. I understand the reason why. Because I didn't hear about that shit.
That's one thing, and I'm glad you said that, JB. We all know that. The thing is this: we have to be realistic Chicago Bears fans. There's a lot of non-realistic Chicago Bears fans out there. One thing that we know, just by Hard Knocks itself, with no fucking cursing, the Chicago Bears are not going to select guys that have trouble past. I mean, they haven't. They passed guys like Randy Moss, because he had some trouble
recently with Carter.
When he was in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jalen Carter too. Jalen Carter was in a situation down here that ended up killing somebody.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears. What's so crazy is that their most successful team that they ever had in team history had a bunch of motherfucking misfits on it.
Yeah, that is true.
I wouldn't mind having
Maybe
some
they
of
should
those
go back
fucking
to that.
misfits.
I wouldn't mind a little chaos. Just a little bit.
I need a little chaos.
Those people would kill
We need
somebody.
a little rah-rah
Little
here.
sprinkle.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
need a
on
little,
board
you
with
know.
what you said right there too. It's like I didn't know anything about that with Mike Green until draft day.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Didn't know anything.
but you look at other teams, because I can take you back not as far, but do you all remember how immaculate Laramie Tunsil was until they showed him with the gas mask inhaling the reefer? And then it was like, oh, we can't draft him. He smokes weed.
Yeah. Larry
Tunsil
Tunsil
was a
actually,
generational left tackle, man. You better draft that man.
he was actually like one of the guys. They were talking about like he was a generational left tackle until he decided to put on
because
the
he
gas
smokes
mask
weed,
and
you
wanted
want to
to
let him
inhale
go?
some weed.
Like,
You see what I'm saying? And that's why I say we fall short by not ever getting
We try to
that
be this.
side.
We try to be this blue collar, clean cut damn organization. And this shit don't work, man. We
But
need
again,
some dogs
think about
out
what
here.
Val just said. The last time I'll say the last 2 times we had success, we had some chippy people on the team.
Absolutely.
And it's that choir boy crap. Man, come on. Like, enough is enough.
You need some angry dogs out there, man. Some dogs
I
need
need
to go out
some
there and go get
violence.
it.
I need some aggression.
I do want
need
to answer
somebody
a
to come up
question in
there
the
and
chat too. I want to answer a question in the chat. Yo boy,
Go ahead.
Yo boy Bub, Mike Green does not fit our scheme. What scheme? He can rush the passer, he can stop the run, he could drop back in coverage. Mike Green does everything. There is no scheme that Mike Green can't play. I'm not saying I vouch for Mike
he's more
Green.
so talking about not really scheme. Maybe he doesn't feel Dennis Allen's build that he likes in his defensive ends. You know,
that's what I thought too.
Oh, you mean he don't fit the mold?
270,
Yeah, his build definitely don't align with what Dennis Allen likes in his play.
He's not big enough.
No, he's not big enough.
Okay, but I mean, come on. In fairness, Aaron Donald is one of the smallest D tackles ever, and arguably one of the best.
He's just strong as shit, man. Like, Aaron Donald is a different damn animal, Joe. Like he one of them. He not them. He him.
But again, like we're saying, again, get the man what he needs, what he wants. Sam Laporta, prototype or whatever he wants. Sam Laporta was found in the 2nd round.
I'm gonna tell y'all,
we could have given the defense some help.
Yeah, but Sam
because you know what's wait, feel me on this. You know what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when we start talking about why are we paying Montez Sweat all this money for 4 sacks or 6 sacks? Why can't we get to the quarterback and we just gave Grady Jarrett all this money? Why can't Billy stay healthy? Why is Dexter on 1 game, off 2 games? All these. What is Dale? Hell, you should have never signed him. He only had 2 sacks the year before. All that stuff is going to come to play.
Well, that's only going to come to play if Dennis Allen don't put them in positions to actually be.
Sometimes no. Sometimes it's not about being put in position. Sometimes you're just not good enough.
That part's true too. But what I always said on here, JB, you can have a bad coach. Well, I'm saying you can have a good coach with a bad roster and make some shit happen. But you can't have a bad coach with a good roster and think you're gonna go any goddamn where. That's not gonna happen. It's not. And Dennis Allen is considered to be one of the better defensive coordinators in this league. And I see him utilizing the talent that we do have effectively enough to where they can go out there and get the damn quarterback.
But watch this. Do you know what the Bears' defensive rank was last year? I know. With all the smoke and mirrors and shit show, they were still ranked 13th, and they were like, what, 30th in sacks? Imagine if the 13th ranked defense could actually get off the field.
Yeah, I know.
That shit was that ain't 13th to me.
Also, JB, just imagine if that damn team, the 30th ranked sacks as far as the team ranked in sacks, if they ain't have to be on the goddamn field as long and so damn fast because the offense keep going 3.
Yeah, I think that's where JB's talking.
But only that, not stopping the damn run is what really lingered the damn had the damn defense out there too goddamn long in the first place.
Which is why you get a Kenneth Grant or a Jalen Walker or one of them guys.
We got Grady Jarrett now. Grady wanted them too now.
I like the Grady Jarrett
I like him. We just need him to stay healthy.
I mean,
I never said he wasn't too old.
I just want to say this before we go on and before we start talking about each individual. Well, at least most of the fucking draft picks.
We on 3 now because we talked about the first 2.
Yeah.
So.
Well, all right. So we didn't go. Okay. So fuck it. I ain't gonna even ask it. So all right. So we're gonna talk about Coastal Loveland. I'm gonna start off with you, JB. What are his pros that you like, and what are his cons that you don't like about him?
I like his catch radius.
We're gonna make it fast at this so we can get around to everybody.
Yeah. I like his catch radius. I like that he's a hands catcher. He's not a body catcher. He's a hands catcher. I do like that when I seen him. His 6'5" frame, he's actually rather long, which will help with airing passes. I do like that. I know this is gonna sound like a contradiction because the difference between straight line 40 speed and football speed, to me, he just doesn't seem that fast. And I think he played against, some defenses that were just scared of him. Whereas now they're probably gonna try to press up on him because now he's going against a linebacker that runs a 4.4. Stuff like that. I think he got to get faster. His route running, seems a little bit good. He's not, and I checked it. His blocking win rate is 53.3. He ain't that good ain't that much better than Cole Kmet. Still can't block.
Okay. So let me go to you, Mr. Chicago. What are the pros that you like about him? What are some of the cons that you don't like about him?
All I like about him is that he's going to be a matchup nightmare. Not every damn linebacker, not every safety going to be able to line up against this big-ass boy. The boy got size on him, and he goes up there and get it. He actually gets yards. He gets yards after the tackle, whether people want to believe this or not. To your point, JB, he does catch the ball with his hands, and when he catches the ball, he ain't going down very easily. So you're going to have to – he'll drag a couple motherfuckers down and get a few extra yards here and there to get us first down. And he has one of the highest – first down catch ratios in college football. So I actually loved it about him. To your point about the blocking situation it was circumstantial because of the way Michigan ran the ball, and obviously he wasn't put in positions to always have to block on his side, so he had to swing over to the other side to actually block for Donovan Edwards and Mullins and things like that. So I do see with this coaching staff, he's gonna improve on that blocking. But blocking definitely is something that he can definitely improve on, and this would be the right coaching staff to do it for him.
Okay, Frank the Tank.
All right. One of the biggest cons for me is the fact that he's a Michigan Wolverine, and I hate those. But at the same time, I hated fucking playing against him too. So I mean,
the Notre Dame guy really speaks his truth now.
Thing right there, but no, for real though, If we're talking cons, the one thing I'm worried about, and I know it's the one thing that the Bears' history of drafting people are, and it is injuries. He is not a bigger guy compared to most tight ends nowadays. And I'm always worried when you are getting into this league with the big boys nowadays who plant the shit out of people. So you're always worried about injuries. So I feel he does got to bulk up a little bit, and hopefully an off season or so he'll bulk up. But pros on him, and I'm going to have to come at you in this, JB. He is fast. He has a burst. He has an acceleration burst that is very nice. He jumps off on routes so quickly to go along with his excellent route running. But when we're talking about football speed, this guy, he has the ability to. He's so shifty, and he stays the same level of speed from how shifty he is. And that's what I really like about him. And that's something that we are going to say Sam Laporta was really good at as well. Speed going along with his shiftiness. But I do agree with you as far as the catching with the hands, because he does have a very good wingspan. He does jump up to get that ball, and he does catch it with his hands. He doesn't let it come down, and I think that'll be huge if we actually have a coach finally who actually throws the ball up to his players.
And he creates separation for himself, too. Another thing to add, he does create separation for himself. And we need that because Cole Kmet is not really good at doing that shit. Every damn time we seen Cole Kmet, for the most part, catching the ball, he's always catching it off contact. Like he can't get no damn distance from him and the other damn defender.
For sure.
Exactly. So, all right. So one thing that I like about Coastal Loveland is one, he's a Michigan Wolverine.
Yes, sir.
Go Blue.
Go Big Blue.
National champion.
Yes, sir.
No, but one thing, like I do agree with what Frank said. He is a very shifty Travis Kelce type tight end. Another thing about Coastal Loveland, just by watching Michigan a lot, The guy is a very good route runner. You even had some scouts say that, hell, he's probably the second best damn tight end that they've gone and seen since Brock Bowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, they have said that.
Even like he's on that Brock Bowers. He's probably like a tad below Brock Bowers. Big catch radius. I know, JB, you think about something about his speed, but the thing about it is like I told you guys when we drafted Cole Kmet some years back, I said one thing about Cole Kmet, he can get open in the zone, but he struggles against man-to-man coverage as far as when it comes to get open. And that's one thing that I see that Colston Loveland does not do. He does not struggle with man-to-man. You can line him up in the slot. You can line him up on the outside. You can line him up in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you can line a tight end at, you can line him up, and he can be successful. He will beat his man 90% of the times on man-to-man coverage. He knows how to get open in the zone. And plus, when he gets the ball, like you said, he catches with his hands. Some of his cons is that, yes, he's going to have to get stronger. That he's definitely going to have to do. He's going to have to also get a little bit better as far as breaking more tackles. He's going to have to get better as a blocker. Now, I know last year he didn't have the best season because for the simple fact Michigan QB play was fucking shitty. Probably the worst in the nation. And he was also hurt dealing with shoulder injuries. He was a soldier out there. He kept going down with those shoulder injuries, but kept getting himself back in the game. So I don't question his toughness. So that's some of the pros and cons that I like about Colston Loveland. I know we all on here, so let's just get a quick grade and then we go on to the next person. I know we all in here did not want a tight end. I think all four of us was on boat with saying we did not want a tight end, whether it was Colston Loveland, Tyler fucking Warren, Mike Dicker, or shit. We didn't want.
I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
So what do you give as far as Colston Loveland, the player? What would you give his grade? Frank the Tank, we go with you first. We're just going to give a grade, then go on to the next person, then we're going to go on to our next guy.
I mean, the fact that I didn't want a tight end, but I still think we got the right tight end, I'm going to give it a B+.
B+, okay.
I still like him.
Okay. Frank? I mean, not Frank. I'm sorry, JB.
You want me to go again? Am I that good? We're going to go again?
I'm just going to have to go with C+ because the need was not there at that pick. C+.
C+, okay. And Mr. Chicago?
I'm going to go with B because it's a luxury pick. And Ben Johnson's name is all over this pick. And because he sees the potential in him in comparison to Sam Laporta and the success he had in Detroit, I can see this 12-man set that Ben Johnson's going to run in situations on that field. I can see us actually being one of the best red zone touchdown or red zone scoring teams in the NFL if everything goes right with both him and Cole Kmet being on that goddamn field at the same time. So I think with his talent and his skill set, I'm giving it a B+ as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with the A.
Oh, you just on Michigan.
Hey,
I am too. I'm a Michigan fan too, but I love the fact that I didn't want a tight end, but I love him though. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I wanted to give it an A. I mean, shit, he's a very good tight end. Like I said, preseason All-American. If he wouldn't have got hurt, Michigan would have had better QB play. Shit, he probably would have been a first-team All-American as well. Shit, they've been talking about him for a minute, so there it is. Yeah. So now let's go on to our next player because I told you we probably might get into 3 of these guys, maybe 4. Also, remember, hey, ladies and gentlemen that are in the chat and that are watching, we put up a link. We want to hear from you guys. Like I said, we do shit that other podcasts don't do. They wouldn't allow you to come on in this motherfucker and talk. They don't do that. They want you to hear what the hell they got to say. They may answer your question. They may not answer your question.
And then when you actually
we're going to sit up here. We're going to talk to you. We want to see your questions. We're going to show you love on this motherfucker. That's what we do. We show love here at the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. So we already got one guy in the background. He's waiting to get in. We're going to bring him in after we talk about this guy so we can hear his thoughts about what the Chicago Bears did, you know what I'm saying, and about our draft picks. So the next guy we're going to move on to is a guy that many of us feel and many experts out there think that he was a steal. If he would have came out last year, he would have definitely been a first-round draft pick, and that is the wide receiver out of Mizzou, 5-star guy. Mizzou's probably highest
ever
high school.
Yeah, ever. It is ever. I read about that.
And
It is
Luther Burton III. So, Frank the Tank. We're going to start with JB this time. JB, what do you think about Luther Burton III?
I like his wiggle. I like his ball tracking ability. I think now we've addressed the wide receiver position in that slot. No more Tyler Scott. No more Olamide Zaccheaus. No more Devin Duvernays. We actually got a guy. No more Velvet Jones.
God damn it, no. I was so hoping
you got a guy that played wide receiver at a high level. I think this I think it's an A because it's a need. He's going to play the slot. He's going to help Caleb a lot, and he's going to be a matchup. He's a 4-4 guy. That's the pick.
Okay, 4-4. We got a 4-4 guy. JB likes him. He gives him an A. Okay, Mr. Chicago.
Listen, man.
Wait, hold on, JB. Do you got any cons on him?
Oh well, in this era of football, you can always go with cons against size. He's got a little Debo to him, but he's barely 6 feet. So
yeah, that would be my head.
And I'm not saying that people think
worried injury type.
The difference between 6 foot and 6'3" is only that much.
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference in vertical leap. It's a big difference in arm length. It's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
But I think the kid can go.
Yeah,
it's a wonder that he went to Mizzou.
Man. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's from like St. Louis or that Missouri area anyway.
He's local. He's around.
Okay, he went to the crib.
Yeah,
okay.
He is around that.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Chicago, tell me, what are your pros about Luther Burton III?
Well, I love the fact that this kid is a yardage kind of receiver. He gets those yardage after the catch, which is what we oftentimes struggled with in the last several years or so. For the most part, we had little hits here and there with DJ Moore and sometimes Rome, but it hasn't been consistent. I do love the fact that he has that go route. He's a go route kind of receiver. I do love it about him. But to JB's point, the undersized thing, I was surprised and taken back by this pick more than I was the Coastal Loveland pick because I was almost certain we were going after that damn running back right there in the damn second round at the 39th pick. So this guy threw me for a loop. I'm not saying I don't like the kid because I watched a couple of Missouri games. I had to go back and see how quick he was on those go routes, and I think that he would definitely benefit from having a DJ Moore and a Rome aside of him and him being in that slot. I do like this pick, man. Surprisingly enough, I'm gonna give it a B, but I just think that personally, this is me, 6'4", 230. I'm tired of small receivers. I need big guys, man. I love the taller receivers because you can't just put any damn body on them. You need somebody big to match they big because they gonna get that goddamn ball. Now, I'm not saying he can't go get it, but I wonder how well he's gonna do. And this is the con. Is how well is he on the blocking side? I didn't see a lot of blocking from him, so I need to go back and watch tape some more on him. But I'll be interested in seeing how Randall L utilizes him in the run game when it comes to blocking and what packages they put him in to block for our running back. So
yeah, let's not forget though, Ben Johnson. I mean, the way that he schemes, you really don't need a lot of big receivers. I mean, it's not going to hurt obviously, but
but it never hurts.
He wants burners.
Yeah. But think about was it Jameson Williams? He was a bigger receiver.
I was gonna say that's the role you want him to play.
Yeah, that's I want the tall guys that just gonna be red zone nightmares. And I'm gonna throw that bitch up there to you. You getting that ball. You coming down with that damn ball. The little guys that get muscled out of the damn ball half the damn time, and then the ball gets overthrown. And if you had a few more inches left on you, that would have been a touchdown. And we've seen too many situations like that happen for us.
Yeah, I see a lot of guys. I see a lot of people in the chat are saying that he was projected as a number 1 wide receiver in the draft. A lot of people said that he has the size as DJ do. Also that the wide receiver room is going to change with Randall L in there. I totally agree with that.
Absolutely.
He said, if you don't know Matt Walden, 20-year scout. Walden had him in 2023 over Harrison Jr. His QB got hurt in 2024 and fell off a bit with the stats wise, but he is a damn monster. And that I do know for a fact, because if he would have came out last year, and there are many scouts that were talking about this, if he would have came out last year, this guy definitely would have been one of the top draft picks in the NFL draft.
Well, I mean, last year's receiving class was definitely the best receiving class we had seen in many, many years. So adding him to that fold, I mean, that only makes it better. So yeah, I'm with that.
And so, Mr. Chicago, let me get this right. You gave it a B, right?
I gave it a B. But funny enough, fun fact, y'all. So them pack fucks down there in Wisconsin drafted a goddamn receiver for the first time in the first round in 23 goddamn years. They still ain't get the best goddamn receiver in the fucking draft. But y'all still in the same fucking shitty ass situation that you fucking been in this whole time. Now, mind you, that Goldman kid, I think he's good in Texas, but he ain't better than Burton though. I don't think he's better than Burton. So y'all still fuck around and overly celebrate the fact that you ain't drafted a goddamn receiver in the first round in 23 fucking years. Big fucking whoop. Your ass still gonna be where the fuck you been at all this damn time in purgatory when it comes to that goddamn receiver room. Bottom damn line.
Yeah.
So I want to say
that. Frank.
So it's funny that you said that. It's funny that you said that, Chicago, too, because when it came down to that, all I saw was the training day memes going around with Aaron Rodgers' face on it saying, like, you motherfuckers. And it says the first time Aaron Rodgers has never had a wide receiver drafted in the first round his entire career. And then they do that to him. All right,
that's
so
funny.
Pros on this one, for starters, grade type wise, I'm giving it a B+. I might even shift to an A-. And I'll go A-. All right, go A-. He is a burner. All right, he is so quick off of the line of scrimmage, and that's something that we really haven't seen that much with the Bears lately. Especially at that slot position. He is a bigger-ish type size with going into the slot position. So I don't think size is going to be that. Yeah, I don't think size is going to be that big of an issue. The only con I had, and Fowl, you actually answered it for me on the last one that you said, was consistency with him, because he was so dominant until his senior year. But I did not know their quarterback got hurt. I knew it was the same offense, the same scheme, a lot of things. Like, a lot of things did not change going into his senior year, and he took a big dip. But I did not know that they lost their quarterback. That would make a huge difference in that type case. But still, even with a lost quarterback, your star receiver, he's still got to figure it out.
Yes, Bob. Yes,
he's still got to figure it out. That is pretty much going to be the only con for me on him.
From a physicality standpoint, I can see the Amon-Ra St. Brown comparison. I don't like comparing players, but I mean, if I had to compare, I can see Ben Johnson utilizing him in a similar situation as Amon-Ra.
That's what the draft is. You got to compare him to a current player. Like they said, I saw Colston Loveland was compared to Tyler Eifert. So not bad, but
yeah. He ain't lying about that. So my thoughts on Luther Burden, I give that one an A as well. One thing about Luther Burden was a 5-star coming out of high school. 5-star. One of my guys, he had put me on Luther Burden. He said, hey, man, he said, this dude is probably like one of the best wide receivers in the nation as a freshman. As a freshman at Mizzou. Like you said, 4.41 speed and shit. It might be faster than that sometimes, you know, if you look at the game film. One thing I was looking at the game film too, he was getting behind defenders easily. The quarterback sort of underthrew it, so it doesn't look like the separation was like that, but the separation was there. He just had to slow down and wait on the goddamn ball. With Caleb Williams, trust me, motherfucker, you ain't gonna have to wait on that bitch.
No, you should have
throw your ass before he underthrow your ass.
He gonna bomb that bitch down the field.
Yeah, so your ass better put your track shoes on, goddamn it.
Now I can see the comparison in speed with Xavier Worthy a little bit too, because you know Worthy was the fastest one come out of draft last year. So I can see that comparison from a speed standpoint.
He ain't Xavier.
Worthy ran a 4.2 something, a 4.29. This kid is a
4.1. 4.1. You just said 4.1.
4.41. 4-1.
4-1, yeah, not a 4-1. Goddamn it, shit. He
Oh,
ain't
okay.
that fast. If he was that damn fast, shit, he'd been the number one motherfucker taken.
Yeah, he fucked around with him.
Right, I'd have been like, hey, we
right. Like that something just went to the second round.
Shit, boy. I know we got to steal then. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, he's definitely a guy that gets in and out. Now, the great thing about this too is now that you got two guys that after the catch get mad yak yards, and him and DJ Moore. Oh my God, damn.
Wrong can too. Wrong can too.
Yeah, Ron. I need Ron to work on them skinny ass legs, man. He gotta get the motherfucker. He can't be skipping leg day, Ron.
Ron to catch the ball.
He's got
Ron go up there and go get it. Listen, that's why we drafted him out of our shit. Because he goes up there and go get the damn ball.
Again, Rome was not utilized.
You cut it out.
No, he wasn't utilized.
Money in the national championship game with 2 drop touchdowns. You cut it out. He
wasn't utilized. I'm saying, but he wasn't utilized as much as we would like to have utilized him in this offense last year. No, we didn't utilize him well enough.
Yeah. So I mean that's what I said up there, and I thought about him. Once again, so I give it an A. The cons, I think he's kind of small. I know a lot of people talked about him. If I hate saying too, a lot of people talked about Luther Burden. Some scouts thought that he gave up because they didn't have quite the season that they thought that they were going to have, and they believe that's why some of his stats went down, and also he wasn't that fond of the QB play last year. So those are some of the cons. Also, his size. I mean, he's got decent size. I mean, they list him at 6 foot. As far as weight wise, that's not bad. I think he weighs like 208, 209.
Yeah, he almost a DJ clone. Almost.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, so that's cool. So check this out. We have a guy. I think he's still in the bag. I don't know if he is or not. Like I said earlier, we got the link in. We inviting you guys to come on. You know, one thing that we always see people in the chat, but when it comes down to getting on camera and talking about this football stuff, a lot of guys be scared to do it. But this guy right here, he's not scared to do it. He's coming back on. Like I said, we got the link. We love to listen to you guys, see what you guys got to see. Love to see you guys and listen to what it is that you got to say. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and bring in our boy, New Harper. He's going to tell us some things about how he feels about the Chicago Bears draft.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Hey,
what's up, man?
Yeah, hey, look, you guys have been on point tonight talking about this, the whole draft. JB, you know, Mr. Chicago, Foul. You guys are hitting all the points. First and foremost, I would have gave both the Colston Loveland and also the Luther Burden pick A. And the reason being is we have the most dynamic offense, skill position wise on the wide receiver and tight end. You know, in those positions, I think in the NFL, you know, like Colston Loveland, that dude route running is elite. You know, like he's a bigger Brock Bowers. You know, so people. I mean, like the reason why we were able to get Burden and Colston Loveland is because both of them suffered from having horrible quarterback play this year. Like if both of them had, like if Colston Loveland had JJ McCarthy, he's putting up numbers like Tyler Warren. If Braden Cook, I think is his name, from Missouri, was throwing the ball like it was his junior year to Luther Burden was getting drafted in the top 10. So to me, like those are like both steals. Now, I totally agree we could have gone defense in the first round, but in and of itself, like there was no full fire guaranteed people, you know, to draft at 10. You know, like I didn't like the fact that, I mean, like if you look at the people, like Jalen, what's the kid from Georgia?
Jalen
Walker. I thought he was pretty good. I think he was gonna go that high though, but I thought he was good though.
No, I like him, but the thing is, he's played in a 3-4 defense his whole life, and he would have switched to a 4-3 in Chicago. Didn't like that. The kid from Texas A&M, who was the combine stud,
Shamar
Turner, yeah, he would have.
I mean, Shamar Stewart. We got Shamar Turner.
We got Shamar Stewart. I know.
I know. Shamar, he was a project. Like we didn't know what we were getting. So Colston Loveland is the truth, and I love the selection. I love the Luther Burden selection. I think the reason why Luther Burden would give up so easy in Missouri is because the quarterback play sucked, and with Caleb Williams, he even said it before the draft. Like if there was a person he wanted to get a catch from, it was Caleb Williams. So. Yeah, I mean, like we got two studs right there, and like our wide receiving core and our tight end core is ridiculous right now. So
I do think so as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, tell me, what did you think? Because we're gonna probably have you on for another 3 to 5 minutes because we got somebody else in the back that wants to come in too. Yeah. So, tell me, what do you think about the draft in itself? Like, did it meet your expectations? What were you really looking for? And also, not to hit you with so much.
No, you're good.
Would you have done what Ryan Poles did? Was basically cater to his offensive court. I mean, to his new head coach. Whatever it is that you want, coach, I'm gonna go out there and get it if it's on the draft board.
Well, that's called job security. Like, I mean, with Ben Johnson, getting there. He has the biggest, microphone. So you have to do whatever. You have to build that relationship. And it was his first draft, so give him the player that he wanted the most. And that's why, like, guys, I kid you not, on Facebook, I wrote when I was evaluating Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland, I was like, watching their all 22. I was like, Colston Loveland route running is so elite. Like he gets open easy. And what I was seeing with Warren was that Penn State was scheming him open the whole time. Like literally, he would run pick routes. They would put people in front of him, the flare routes, running behind wide receivers. He's similar to Cole Kmet in his tight end, in his tight end play. So that's why I was like, I don't want Tyler Warren because his versatility doesn't match up with our team. Like we don't need him to run. We don't need him to run Wildcat because in itself we got an elite quarterback in Caleb Williams. So like that made no sense to me. So that's why I was like, yeah.
Hey, JB, cut it out. Don't do that. Cut it out, JB.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about Caleb. Now, don't do that. But no, to your point,
I'm saying he's
Coach Franklin. Yeah, Coach Franklin utilized Tyler Warren a lot more than what Sharon Moore was doing with Coach Loveland. So you saw him. You saw Warren running Wildcat and being put in the receiver slot, being put as a tight end, and even throwing passes. We don't need him for all that shit because we already got position players in those positions to actually be successful in. We need him to be a flat out a target for our damn quarterback to throw to, where ain't no damn receivers wide open for him to throw to. Be his safety net, and that's what Coach Loveland provides to Caleb coming into this damn this season.
I totally agree, Mr. Chicago, and I will say that one of the things that I loved about Coach Loveland is from the slot position, his route running he got open within 2.5 seconds of running a route. So that's what we need to be able to give Caleb Williams an easy outlet to throw the ball to. Now, the draft overall, we talked about this last week. Like literally, where is the running back? We waited until the 7th round. Like I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, we're about to get DJ Giddens. I was so happy that Seattle went off the in the 4th round. Yeah, I was just like, DJ Giddens is right there for us to pick up, and we ended up going with the linebacker, Hippolyte. And I was just like, okay, I see the potential, but the thing is, we definitely need another running back because the running back we got from Rutgers, Kyle, how do you say his last name?
Mongo. I don't know.
I think it's Mongo. Yeah, I think it's Mongo.
Yeah, Mongo. Like he, I
don't know enough about him, so
he's solid. He's like a poor man Kareem Hunt, and which honestly, in this draft, if this was last year's,
I would say more like a poor man's David Montgomery because he's more known for breaking tackles and getting tough yards. Kind of like I would say they got him in the 7th round, like how the Chiefs got Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, for sure.
Be that
but JP, that's up to A and B gaps. Where's his C gap running at? Like, is he even fast enough to
He's not fast enough.
I need that.
He did clock 21 miles per hour on a run before, but like he's a 1,200-yard back in the Big Ten. Like that's
5 yards to carry, and that translates to 3.5 in the NFL.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys. I mean, he's okay. I mean, but the thing is, to have him as our secondary running back, I don't like that because you're right. He doesn't hit the C gap. He can't run around those tackles. The A and B is where he's going to live. And honestly, he only caught 38 passes in his whole career at Rutgers, guys. Just so you know, 14 last year, and for 75 yards. So we don't know. We have question marks about him as a wide receiver. So in and of itself,
he's just a pick. He's not. I don't think he's going to make the
team. But let me ask you this question: when the last time the damn Bears ever actually drafted a 7th round pick? We don't never use the damn 7th round pick. We always trade that shit away to get earlier picks somewhere else from another damn team that probably is going to utilize that 7th round pick. We don't ever use 7th round picks. So for them to not even trade up to get Henderson went right before the 39th pick, and I was like, oh shit, man, we didn't get him. That's who I really wanted.
And that was the thing, right? Like every time we were in position to get a running back, they got sniped right before we were going to get him. Like Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson got taken before the 39th pick. I think they wanted Scatterboo as well, and we ended up trading down for that as well. I was like, okay, I would have taken Scatterboo as well. Like my biggest thing is even Brashard Smith on the board. I'm like, we're about to get him in the 7th round. That's okay. He's a 1,300-yard rusher, 5.8 yards per carry. We could get him, and we could pick up a power back. He gets sniped by, Kansas City. So it was frustrating just seeing, like all the running backs I wanted us to go. And then honestly, we didn't even go for DJ Giddens. We chose Hippolyte, and I was just like, DJ Giddens is the 3rd string back on Indy, and he could have been a star here. So
we didn't go out to Dylan Sampson. We didn't go out to Trevor Etienne from Georgia. We didn't go after what's the other kid?
Even Taj Brooks. I was like, okay, we could probably get, but I will tell you this, guys, and then I get off after this. Zay Frazier is the truth, guys. I'm telling you that right now. Like I watched that whole Texas game, and I'm telling you, he shut down Matthew Golden when
he locked him up. Even though Texas won by like 40, he locked him up. Yeah.
He didn't. I think that was his worst game, and he was on Matthew Golden the whole time. I just remember this tall dude sticking with Matthew Golden. I'm like, who's that? Okay, they're throwing it to everybody else. Okay, and then you know what? Honestly, 6 interceptions, 15 PDUs, PBUs. He's good. He's legit. So we got some steals. Luke Newman is solid as well. Like guys, we got some good picks, but we just reached on Hippolyte, and we reached on we didn't reach on Kyle Monangai. We settled for the 21st best running back. That's what frustrated me. So
yeah, now somebody in the chat just up and made a good point about how Al Harris did want Frazier. I could see that being the case too, because he looks like the type of corner that Al Harris would like to actually coach.
I like the fact that he's 6'3" and runs a 4.3. Where the hell we find that at?
I love that.
Exactly.
If I can't have a damn tall corner, a tall receiver, damn it, I will settle for a tall corner. Right. Those guys those two are the type of guys I want.
Go ahead, New Hopper.
No, I was going to say 2 other things that I get off. Guys, we have so much versatility with our wide receiving core right now. We could run 12 personnel. We could run 2 personnel. Like literally, I'm thinking like we could do 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Max protect, let the 3 wide receivers dominate for 2 seconds. Kenny, and then release those tight ends. Caleb is going to have somebody open. I'm not trying to say that that's the way to go, but also the versatility of getting Zay Frazier. If let's just say Brisker goes down again. If Brisker goes down again, Caleb Patrick Stevenson or Kyler Gordon could go play safety. Zay Frazier could come in at corner. Guys, we got the best CB room in I think in the NFL. So
I agree with that too.
I agree with that. I was kind of like frustrated at the fact that we didn't go after Xavier Watts, the safety from Notre Dame. I thought the damn kid was damn good over there. And
he slipped farther than I thought.
Slipped a lot further than I thought. I'm like, damn. So this might be an opportunity for us to actually get him.
So we want to thank New Harper for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you once again, brother, for coming on to the show. Like I told you, we're gonna get you back on, man. We all about showing love to our, that's one thing that we do here at the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. But before you go, I'm gonna ask all 3 of you guys just a quick yes or no. We don't need no explanation, just a quick yes or no. knowing that the Bears, the running back class was so deep this year, and they only got the guy from Rutgers. Would you choose one of the running backs that was in this year's draft, or would you have Nick Chubb? Which one? I'll start with you, New Hopper.
Well, I mean, given we only have one choice of Nick Chubb, I'm taking Nick Chubb. But here's the thing with this running back class. If you guys haven't looked at college football, next year's running back class sucks. You know, it's not. I mean,
everybody's going.
Yeah, so we're gonna have an option between Love from Notre Dame and maybe one or two other people that might step up. But like this was the deepest class, and that's why I was so disappointed that we didn't get somebody. So yes, Nick Chubb right now, but I would have rather taken any of the running backs we discussed before, Omarion Hampton, DJ Giddens, like the whole list, outside of Kyle Monangai.
Right. Jim Harbaugh did a smart thing by getting Hampton.
I know.
Jim Harbaugh, he's a slick bastard.
He's smart.
He knew that. He knew what he was doing that.
Man, Frank the Tank, what you got? Just one word, Chubb or the rookie running backs?
It's fucking tough because I'd rather have both because I don't think they like Swift. Like shit. Like I mean, they're a huge fan of Swift. And the fact that you said that, I mean, and I agree with you, the running back class of next year is awful. Like I would honestly say that I'd rather have the running back from this draft because I care more about the future.
Okay, JB.
It's simple for me. Omarion Hampton, because Nick Chubb has had two major injuries in the pros and one in college.
Ceilings though,
right? He holding on by a thread, and I like Nick Chubb, but
I like him too.
He holding on by a thread. I wouldn't take him.
Yeah,
you Mr. Chicago.
I love Chubb too, but yeah, the severity of those injuries, it leaves too many question marks in my mind, man. Oh, how long we're gonna actually have him if we do sign him? How many games is he gonna play? How effective and impactful is he gonna be in this offense? And I love the two Georgia monsters with him and Swift because they were damn good in Georgia, but that was years ago. I need the future, and this was the best running back class that we've seen probably in 15, 20 years. Just like receiver class last year was the best we've seen in 15, 20 years. So I would have much rather had drafted one of the best damn running backs in this draft class and actually like built for the future. But I do like Chubb, but he's not a long-term solution. That's why he's only going to get a one-year deal possibly. So
okay. Well, hey, New Hopper, we appreciate you for coming on, bro, man. Thank you for coming on, showing us up, man. Hey, we'll holler at you next time, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yes,
Hey, come back.
Yeah, I think kicked the man off early too early. God damn it.
Hey, he quick with that back.
I don't think so. I think he kicked himself off. I don't think
check this out. We got
somebody else?
We got somebody else that wants to come in also. But before we get to them, I know they've been waiting in the back. Before we get to them, those ignorant, tired, stinking ass cheesehead motherfuckers up there in Wisconsin had a nice little message that they said that Trump wanted to deliver to the Chicago Bears, saying that the Bears still suck. By that little fucking blonde hair.
Wait, Trump said that?
Huh?
Trump didn't say, man, if he did, fuck him too. I don't give a shit about him, man.
But Clay Matthews acted like that's what he was trying to sit up there, saying that the Bears still suck. So
he can go kick rocks just like the bastard who claimed said the shit. Go kick rocks.
So in the second round, we had a Chicago Bears fan that introduced one of our new draftees. Matter of fact, he's a visionary. He's revolutionary. Go ahead, play the clip.
Is that all you got? Come on, you can be louder than that. I know y'all mad because championship gold looks good on the blue and orange. but in all seriousness, Green Bay, we are in the shadow of Lambeau Field. And I love Lambeau Field because the king of the North, the best quarterback in the NFC North, Caleb Williams, is undefeated at Lambeau Field. And in case y'all aren't familiar with my game, let me remind you, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins.
that damn announcement was legendary. Goddamn it!
I gotta say, that had to have been the best one since that one guy dissed the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas that one time. Yeah. I think it was like a kicker or something like that too.
It might have
been. I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
That shit, that corny ass shit Clay Matthews did, that shit was whack as hell. Fuck him.
Yeah. You know what? But the thing is simple as this shit. That's us at the podcast. We are visionaries.
We are
revolutionary.
And goddamn it, we legendary.
Freaking Clubhouse Podcast.
You should say it like that. It actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does. So now we got another guest coming on. I guess his name on here changed to plant-based. But we're going to bring in our next guest. I think he's ready. He's been in the back. He's sitting there for a little while. Sorry for keeping you so long. But we're going to bring in Dan and give us his thoughts.
Yo, what's up, people? What's up, man?
What's up, Dan?
You got it. No, I'm good. No, you know what I'm saying? That's my plant-based channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Dan. I ain't changing my name to plant, no shit like that.
But so your name ain't gonna be Poison Ivy and no shit like that.
I know, right? You know, Poison Ivy, not Ivy Smoothie. Hell no, you know.
So welcome to the welcome on the podcast, brother. We like to hear your thoughts on, you know what I'm saying, what would have did as far what were you looking for as far as going into the draft when the Bears were selected, and also what you think so far of our two picks that we've only talked about in Colston Loveland and Luther Burton the third.
Gotcha. Fair enough. You know, I was chatting, typing Genty or bust. You know what I'm saying, in the chat, and I still stand by that. But Tom Brady ain't no damn idiot. You know what I'm saying? He went and got the man. So, you know, I was making a therapy session and everything, making I was freaking out for a minute. But then when number 10 came in and they drafted my boy Loveland, I said, wait a minute. I know who the hell that is. I done watched that boy for the last 2 years at Michigan, and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? That boy don't miss. I'm just letting you know. Solid receiver. He was the number one option at tight end and receiver at Michigan over the receiver. So the man is a monster on that end. Then with the second round with the wide receiver, oh my God, come on. You can't have too many weapons for a quarterback like Caleb Williams. You know what I mean? And then with the offseason moves and everything, the Bears did their thing all together. Nice, solid offseason, no question.
So what would you grade the draft?
I give it a solid B+, honestly.
Okay.
Including not addressing the running back position early in the draft?
Yeah. Come
we
on.
Still don't have a running back.
I don't even know this guy going to make the roster and play. Like that's my thing too. A 7th round pick. How many times do you see the damn player actually make the roster at the 7th round? Like I don't know, man.
Yes, you
I
did.
hope the best is, but I don't see it.
I don't even know.
This is the one thing I will say when we keep hearing the words like you can't have enough weapons for Caleb Williams. We thought that last year as well, and everybody's wide receiving things dropped off. I know coaching sucked. I know our OC
coaching was the reason why we couldn't utilize a weapon.
I do also agree with. I don't want too many weapons because I think it kills the locker room.
I agree with Frank.
DJ Moore was last year.
I agree with Frank, but we had a 50-year-old damn what's the boy named Allen? He was too old, bro. I'm just being real.
He was one of the best receivers in the NFL for a long time.
Yeah, then we had a no line. We didn't have an O line. We had a no line.
Yeah, definitely had a no line.
Yeah,
we had a no line. The Chicago no liners.
Man.
Yeah. So tell me, what would you like I know you was sitting there patiently waiting, like all the rest of us.
Yeah.
At number 10, who did you want at number 10? Did you want to trade back? Did you want to trade up? Did you want to stay there? And there was a particular player that you were looking for at number 10?
Yeah, I was thinking about trading back in and grabbing one of them other running backs or whatever, myself personally or whatever. But I was more than surprised with the Loveland pick. I said, damn, that's a genius. That's brilliant.
But do you think you could have got Loveland maybe at like 15 or 16?
No, he was dropping that. From what the reports were saying, there were several teams who wanted Loveland to drop to them. That was either before us or after us. I know damn sure after us. So Loveland was not going to be
team
there.
Who really wanted Warren, and from what I've heard, the Colts are the only team who really wanted and needed.
That's what I'm saying. He would have fell. What was that, to 14?
He could have fell to like 14, 15, or 16, in my opinion. I trust Ben Johnson. I trust this regime. If you think that is your guy,
go get him.
I'm cool. I'm fine with it.
Right.
As long as you don't prove me wrong.
Thank you. Can we please get into that?
Yeah.
Please, can we get into that?
Right.
I'm jumping at the bit.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
That's because of the damn coaching. He just the operative phrase in that sentence was the damn coaching. I told y'all. You can't have a good roster with a bad coach.
Facts.
It ain't gonna fucking work.
Remember all those times we were talking about Justin Fields having a Ferrari inside of a trailer park garage? That is kind of like how it felt with Caleb Williams as well. Just the entire Chicago Bears.
You can have a good coach in football with a bad roster and win some games.
What's this?
You can't have a bad coach with a good roster.
What we're not going to do on this show is look at one tree and not address the whole forest. We ain't gonna do that.
Always address it.
Well,
Everybody on this show.
Let's let Dan talk.
We didn't even ask him.
No. I agree. I agree with everything they said. The coaching was horrendous. The decision making was ass. Just point blank. You know what I'm saying?
So Dan, let me ask you this, because this is going to segue into, and I hope you chime in with your knowledge, not just your fandom.
Facts.
At what point did we look at what Shane Waldron did with Geno Smith and 30 touchdowns, 4,000 yards, playoffs, and oh man, we got us one. Similar roster. To all of a sudden now he can't coach a rookie.
I never how much Shane Waldron.
Let Dan answer. Let Dan answer.
Yeah, what the hell was that? I ain't like his play calling no way. It didn't mean match the players that they drafted set up.
Nope.
Nah, nothing at all.
And then what you do? You go back to the screen game because you don't know what else to do, right?
Right.
You can't block no damn body.
This motherfucker went for like 6 straight damn screens in one goddamn game. I said, you know the goddamn screen. I'm gonna punch him in the damn face.
Bro, 3 times in a row.
Crazy.
And to me, that points out as less of an indictment on Waldron, but more of an indictment on why we didn't bolster that line. Because he has success with Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba, DK Metcalf, Noah Fant. Similar roster.
Exactly.
They had a better line.
Way better O-line.
Better line and a better coach.
Right. But that's what's so beautiful about it now. That's what's so beautiful about I agree. That's what's so beautiful about the Bears situation now. Now we got the top OC for the last 2 years in the whole league setting up everything and all his weapons together. You know what I'm saying? So we got to watch this man cook.
We're questioning his weapons. Let him do what he does, and we're going to see where it leads us.
He deserves the benefit of the doubt to come into this season, first time head coaching, being the offensive guru that he is. Then give him an opportunity to show us what he's going to make this damn offense look like. And first and foremost, I'm not asking for the damn Detroit Lions of last year because that's asking too fucking much.
Oh,
we ain't blowing motherfuckers out by 45 and 50 points, but damn it, I better see some 30-point games and shit here every now and then. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the wiggle room to make mistakes. But I can't fucking see you not managing the time well or managing timeout well.
If you don't.
Oh, JB, good question.
Because we said this last year. Not we, all of us, but 85% of Bears Nation. We going to the playoffs. We got us one. 4,030. Stop. Let me cook right now. Because all you people in the chat that sit up there and say, we got an elite quarterback. Where? He ain't proved it yet. He is the 28th ranked quarterback in the NFL.
28 ranked.
Get good first before we start anointing him as the next
third in the fourth quarter, though.
Hold on. Now I'm gonna push back on that rank shit, JB.
Hold on.
We got over 4,000 yards total.
We're going off topic here. We're going off topic.
I'm about to go off the rails and shit.
All right.
It's about to start over here.
No, because they sitting up there saying like I'm a fat guy, Dan Tanner. I like stats. I'm a fat guy.
Me too.
Hey. Yeah, but you are ignoring a lot of facts.
Coming on, man. You see, it's about to get hot and heated up in here.
Hey, do that.
I'd love to have you back on, bro. Like I said, we do this every single week, every Tuesday. We love guys like you. Our boy New Hopper come on. You know what I'm saying? Give us you guys insight about what it is that we talking this week about, sharing your vision and your thoughts about what you think about the Chicago Bears or any type of Chicago sports team or topic that we're talking about. So we appreciate you, brother, coming on. Continue to chime in and continue to watch us every Tuesday, brother. We appreciate
you. Come on earlier so we can give you more time.
Yeah.
Hey, come back.
I'm back.
All right, so I know you guys jumping at the bit. Before we go there, we want to talk about. Let's go over the rest of the draft picks. We got the big guy, the 6'8" offensive lineman from Boston College, Ozzie. We also, who else did we pick up that goddamn draft?
You got Shedeur Turner.
We got some more. Yeah,
the DT. I mean, unfortunately, no time to talk about any and everybody. We're gonna talk about some more next week. We already talked about the running back. We got the cornerback from what's that place? University of Texas, San Antonio,
UTSA.
Yeah.
UTSA, and then we also got the linebacker from Michigan State.
Lineman from Michigan
we got a Michigan State player. We ain't drafting nobody from Michigan State since we had Jeremy Langford.
We didn't get a Notre Dame guy this year. You guys got
we have two Michigan State players on the roster. We got the kicker.
Yeah.
We picked up the kicker Kim in UDFA.
Oh, he ain't even gonna make the team.
No, he sure the hell won't. But here's the thing, we ain't drafted a damn Michigan State player since what? Jeremy Langford?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a depth.
There's a lot about how we don't. There's not a lot of talent over there in East Lansing.
He's a project to see who's going to turn it.
He's a depth player. Like he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys want to get in, so we'll probably try to cut this to about 5-7 minutes about the whole. I know JB was talking about the Caleb Williams thing, and I do understand what he was saying about a lot of fans were out here without Caleb Williams not really proving himself, coming in saying that he's going to throw for 4,000 yards and break the best senior season record as far as when it comes down to touchdown passes and all that. Did he live up to the expectations that many of the fans had? No, absolutely. Was it all his fault? Absolutely not. It was not. Not even majority of it was his fault. There's very few quarterbacks, probably hardly any, that could come in their rookie year with shit as dysfunctional as with the head coach, the offensive coordinator, the offensive line, the play call.
Offensive coordinator. Let's not forget that. He was out.
Three offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches, and a fucked up line. And one of the reasons why the line was fucked up was because of a shitload of fucking injuries to it.
Yeah. And at time we didn't address the line either, though. So,
this is why I'm gonna push back on what you just said about his expectation foul, because despite all that shit, he still did relatively well for a fucking rookie under all that duress, under all this all damn distractions, all this bullshit and terrible play calling and coaching and managing of the goddamn clock. He still managed to get over 4,000 goddamn yards of total offense, 20 goddamn touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. That's not a fucking bad damn season. It ain't the greatest damn season, mind you, but damn it, it's right there where most rookies would. You want your goddamn rookie to be right there, at least right there. A worse rookie in a situation like this would have been way worse than what the fuck Caleb did. I'm not saying that he is absolved of any blame, but he damn sure don't deserve as much blame and criticism as the goddamn coaching staff around him. Especially when you hear reports about how he was in the goddamn film room by his goddamn self learning shit, What the fuck is your job as a damn coach if you ain't teaching him that shit? That's terrible.
I told
That
you that was
coaching
propaganda to hide his fault because Geno Smith glared about. Geno Smith glared about how he was breaking down tape and how he made Geno see the game differently. So don't tell me you went from a Toyota Corolla and Geno Smith to a Ferrari and Caleb and you don't watch no film of it. That's bull because Caleb did not meet expectations of the hype. That's all that is. And for you to sit up here and say,
yes. He was overhyped. Yes.
Say,
none of us had him like that.
He still met the damn situation where he was.
And move the goalpost pisses me off because yes, he had a good rookie season. Did he have the Caleb Williams Bears going to the playoffs that everybody predicted season? No, he did not.
That wasn't because of him, though. That wasn't because of him.
Yes, let him finish, Mr. Chicago.
Yeah, let him.
Yes, you can blame coaching to a degree, but when somebody's wide open and he airmails a fucking fly 20 yards, is that coaching?
But I asked you.
He holds the ball in 7 seconds and 3 people that came open 3 times, and he takes a sack when the pocket actually was pretty good. Is that coaching fault?
Hold on.
That didn't happen.
What about the scrambles he made when the play broke down? He scrambled out that goddamn pocket and got that goddamn ball down the fucking field instead of trying to run for it all the damn time. You ain't say nothing then. When nobody complaining about them goddamn darts and throwing for goddamn runs.
Actually, I did because you know what he didn't have to do? He didn't have to run out every time. He got comfortable because that's what he does.
Okay. When you got Braxton Jones on your goddamn on your ass, blocking for you and ain't doing a good job at it, I'm gonna run out of fucking Dodge too.
Guys, let's cut it. We got to start getting the shout outs. We're getting way too deep here now. We're getting way too fucking deep.
Damn, y'all.
I saw Justin Herbert throw 31
touchdowns in that conversation like this.
His offense was better.
He did better than what I thought he was going to do.
I saw Cam Newton throw for 4,000 his rookie year.
I thought he was going to have a lot more.
His coaching was better.
Not much.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot better.
Everybody, JB, everybody you name, their coaching was better than ours. Everybody's coaching was better than ours. Everybody.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is now because we're gonna have to say this to next week because this shit got too heated.
Thank you, Lorenzo. That's all I'm saying.
No, it does. This is the thing.
Yes, he was.
I'm gonna say this and then we get into some shout outs. Okay. A lot of people had expectations of Caleb Williams. Did he live up to those high ass, unimaginable expectations that people had for him? Absolutely not. Was some of that his fault? Absolutely yes. Was majority of that the coach's fault? Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Because I know, JB, you're not a fan of Caleb Williams, and I get it. But also, Caleb Williams probably did something that many Chicago Bears quarterbacks haven't done. And
never
knows however is put us in position to win games. And we could have won at least about 5 of them on his drives. But unfortunately, bad coaching and execution cost us those wins. So hopefully next year he'll have a better year. He's got this so-called offensive. Well, I can't even say so-called because that's what the fuck the motherfucker is.
No one said he was elite, JB. We're saying
now 7 people said he's elite in the chat. You didn't read. Harper called him elite.
I'm not going that far yet. I'm not going that far yet. Not yet.
But he hasn't made it there. But anyway, we're going to get
into this is where I'm going to end it with. You said 28th ranked. He was still top 3 in the 4th quarter. How can we not?
Who the fuck was 28th ranked bullshit? That's a lie. That's a lie.
Hey, Frank, it was this other dude that was here that had real bad numbers, but had the same type of games where we lost by 1 score. And he's the New York Jets quarterback now.
Yeah. All right, so we done. We done with that. We done. We getting in the shout out. All right. So let's go ahead. Matter of fact, Mr. Chicago, you can kick out the shout outs.
All right, man. Well, after that rumble in the damn show,
I love the passion on this month.
I love this shit though. I love it. I love to be on this damn show with y'all, man. Chopping it up. Love to talk Chicago sports, man. Preferably the Bears. Love the fact that we went out and got guys that we had, the front office and the coaching staff had confidence in, whether we do as fans or not. That remains to be seen, because I'm pretty sure if they go out there and show us what they're really capable of in this damn offense and defense, then we'll start rooting for them and saying, you know what, I'm glad we did pick them up. So it is what it is from that perspective. So anyway, I'm gonna give the Bears a hell of a lot of credit. I love the fact that I'm seeing polls moving in the direction of saying, hey, we pay you $13 million a year, Ben Johnson. Come up here, tell me what you want, and we can try to make things happen, man, and see what you can do with it once they come over here and just got their navy blue orange shirt. Make some shit happen. Because expectations and predictions are two different things. You don't make these kind of moves, these kind of draft picks, these kind of hires on the coaching staff, these damn acquisitions and free agents, and we win them goddamn 7 games. You better make the fucking playoffs with the goddamn moves that this team has been making. My expectation is playoffs. I ain't say Super Bowl. I ain't say NFC North title. I didn't even say win a playoff game. You better make the damn playoffs, because this is year 4 for polls. We have put you in situations where you got to start actually evaluating the real talent that's out there versus what the hell talent that you actually going out there and go get. So with that being the case, Chicago gets the fucking world, man. I'm waiting to see what this Bears team is going to look like this upcoming season. I'm hopeful and optimistic again, because my trust is more so in these goddamn coaching staff than it is in the personnel. So,
and ladies and gentlemen, that's why we call him the mouth in the South.
God damn it. Chicago against the fucking world. Chicago over everything. You see the shirt. Let's go.
It's upside down on camera.
Go ahead, Cookie Commish.
On purpose. It's supposed to be that way. That's how it is.
Well, amen to that. Amen to that. So, I just want to give a shout out real quick to you guys for a good show. You know, it's always a blast producing for you guys and stuff. So always have fun. Shout out to the Bears. Shout out to Ben Johnson on his first draft, getting his peoples. So shout out to Ryan Poles. It's make or break, and same thing with Caleb Williams. No excuses here. So real quick, also had a show yesterday afternoon. I want to give a shout out real quick. Hush, I'm almost done. Give a quick shout out real quick to Kyler Gordon's aunt, Trish. She hopped onto the chat on the show yesterday and was in the comments and stuff like that. Asked us about her thoughts on her nephew and stuff like that. So Coach Shep and I definitely was appreciative. He mentioned about you guys meeting up with Kyler's mom, I think last year at some point.
We do it every time she's here, pretty much.
Yeah. So she was super appreciative of that and stuff like that. So I want to give a shout out to her, Trish. Thank you for joining the show yesterday. And then, of course, shout out to my Cubs. 9-0 win tonight over the Pittsburgh. Oh, come on, Frank. Put that finger away. It don't belong on the show. Anyways.
That's the only damn reason you jumped on here, Commissioner. You ain't fooling no damn body, man.
Frank, see, this is a kid's show, Frank. Come on. Let's keep it PG.
I can let myself right
All right,
back
but
in.
anyways, anyways, thanks for having me on, guys. And then stay tuned for the baseball show on Tuesday or Thursday. So anyways, peace out, guys.
Cub swallow.
Your bitch only do that shit just to chop the damn.
I heard that.
I caught that. He tried sneaking it in there.
He did that shit on purpose just to shut them damn Cubs out. He ain't fooling no damn body.
Go ahead, Frank.
All right. Hey, shout out to you guys. Always fun being on our Tuesdays, man. I look forward to this every single week. Got to give a shout out in the chat right now as well to the person who already has to start dissing Justin Fields. All right. Tomlin wanted to re-sign him, buddy. Tomlin did not want him to leave. He chose to left because he was pissed off because the Pittsburgh front office made them put in Russell Wilson when Justin Fields was doing pretty well.
Russell was doing pretty well too, though, for the most part.
Russ did come in and do well too.
Not the last 6 games.
Because they have good coaching. That's the big thing. But other than that, I'm gonna get. I know we already given our shout outs, made our tributes and everything, but I'm still gonna give a shout out to Misty McMichaels and the McMichael family for love for Mongo with him passing away.
Yeah,
awful that it happened, but at the same time, I am so happy he's not dealing with that stuff anymore.
Yeah,
man, that was just horrible.
Yeah.
And I got to give my shout out to Misty and everybody in the family for how taking care of him like that too. So, and if there's one great thing that happened out of all that is he was able to see himself get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely, man.
That was
rest in peace to Mongo the legend, man. He's a legend out there.
But other than that, it's everything I got, man.
Okay, JP.
Hey, shout out to you fellas. Shout out to you, Crook in the back. Shout out to New Harper and Dan Tanner. Like I love it when our people, not our fans, when our people come on and share this platform with us. It's a lot of knowledge spread out and a lot of just Bears fandom. It comes on here and it needs to be broadcast and it needs to be celebrated. Unlike those other spaces that just want to blab on like it's all about them and ain't about them. I'm in my bag today.
Nothing strange, baby. I think
maybe it could be found out JB today.
Sending out strange, man.
Hey, I'm pretty accurate. My groupings is.
Okay. I see you though. I see.
But starting off, shout out to Jay Grizz, Crook. Shout out to Jesse Cottrell. Shout out to Skylark. Welcome back, Jesse and Skylark. We hadn't heard from you guys in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, right? But my man Tucson J. My man, hey, Wallace Effort. Thank you for chiming back in. We appreciate that, Wallace. Let's see here. I think this is a new one. Your boy Bub. I like Bub. Bub came in with some very good insight and some great takes. Bub, we got to get you on. Toussaint and Sidious, my man Sidious R. Dixon, we got to get you guys on just to come on, even if it's just a quick 5 to 7 minute segment if you guys want. Give your take on what it is. We want to hear from you all. We want to hear from Bears fans. We want to hear from our Clubhouse people. Jeanette Johnson, one of our P1s, thank you for chiming in, man. We appreciate it. Of course, I already stated New Harper coming on. New Harper, this second week in a row, he ain't scared no more. He like this shit. He like coming on, Jeff, I tell you. The chat was lit. Team Nick, is that Team Nick? Is he lurking? No?
Nah.
Where is that guy? I never know what he's doing.
Yeah, man.
What is he doing back there?
What is he doing
back there? Hey, Ma!
Where am I
Fuck!
Never know what he's doing. My man Bears Down chiming in. Thank you. Okay, Oliver Chapman. I believe he's a new one. I don't recall that name. Thank you, Oliver, for your first time. Shout out to you. Osmonic 74. That is an interesting name. I would like to get you on to comment more. That was at the 851 mark. Bears draft was a C at best. This team will not win more than 6 games with the mid-left tackles, garbage RBs, and no QB pressure from DNs. Tell us how you really feel, man. Stand with the chest. Appreciate that.
They don't believe that.
Oh, God, Cowboys.
They don't believe that bullshit.
Oh, my man, the Sproles came back on. Yeah, I love the Sproles. Yeah, Sproles been on it.
Cowboys boys.
We call them the Cowgirls up in here.
I call them the Clown
Boys. Thank you, Champ. PTNL Runaway. Now he come with the quotes. JB, the tutors, tards, negative losers is what he called TTNL. And that's funny as hell. I'm sorry. I got to give a shout out. Wanted Warren and hate the move. They're saying you agree with them, JB. First of all, hell no. I didn't want Warren. They didn't want Mary. One of them. And I damn sure wouldn't agree with anything TTNL said unless they agreeing with us. That's how that works.
They don't lack IQ, so I don't know if that'll.
They they feel everything else we do. James, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I? Damn. James Weston on point. Thank you for chiming in. Chicago Sports Podcast 5 for Chicago. I believe is that stats? Tracks. Is that tracks? Anybody? Bueller.
I see a head shaking in the background, so yeah.
So yeah, okay. I just want to give a proper due. Shout out to Tracks. We appreciate the love, Tracks. We got to get on his show. He's definitely been asking. Wait till the summer, man, when school is out. Tired of saving these kids right now. Lorenzo Clemens, definitely going to get you on next week when we break down this Caleb talk. Definitely love when Lorenzo chimes in. And then, man, the chat was off the top. I'm still scrolling, y'all. Like, Bear Down Mike chimed in. We appreciate you. Maybe I might check out this podcast as well. Leah and Logan, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate it. Leah and Logan. Let's see. And I think that is it. We are rolling into the. Yep. That's about it. So shout out to. I thought we had one more new one. Where did it go? Good Lord, it's still going. There it is. TC915. Shout out to you. Thank you. I believe you're brand new. Antana, man, got to get you back on, man. I need some more time with you, brother, because you felt like you was about to hype it up.
TC95. Do we play Dallas at all this year?
Yeah, we do.
All right, we got to get you on here when we play Dallas.
Yeah.
So, TC, yeah, he came because like I interact with him with another podcast, Fantasy Wise and stuff that I talked to. So
hey,
kind of met him.
Welcome to the family, T. Welcome to the family, T.
You know, you guys won't be in the playoffs, so we'll see if we'll be there.
They should have fuck won't.
Oh man, they poking you, TC. They poking you real good.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to one more. Wrap it up. Shout out to SB, and shout out to if we only got one person watching. Most affectionately known as a podcast mom, Miss Sandra Bottom Holmes. Love you, lady.
When is she gonna come up?
I love her. I never know what she's doing.
JB, real quick, we gotta shout out this kid who has the biggest chip on his damn shoulder after dropping to the damn 5th round.
Man, come on.
Sanders.
I wanted to say it, but I didn't have enough time earlier.
Let me just say, I just want to say this one point. You go out there and give them hell out there.
One long ass point, but go ahead.
No, it won't. Go out there and give them hell, kid. Make all these dumb bastards who passed up on you twice a piece. Make them look stupid in the face by going out there and giving it your best, putting your best foot forward, making sure you show them they regret even fucking not picking you. Go out there and go do your damn thing, man.
Oh shit, that was short. What the fuck?
That's all the fucking need to be said.
Foul, don't talk. Just let it be. Because otherwise they're gonna go again.
Listen, goddammit. Because they did it wrong now. They do it wrong. All that political bullshit trying to prove a point to their
with their lack of vision.
It's all good.
Okay.
Y'all killing me with this.
That was me right there.
Hey.
Where that vision at, man?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Chicago Bears for having the draft. That was decent. That I liked. Wasn't bad. I didn't hate it. Didn't love it, but I did like it. Also want to give a shout out to 2 guys that came in from the chat, Dan and New Harper. Hey, like we said, here at the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, we encourage people to come on to the show. We give you opportunity to come on. We already see what you say in the chat. But to me, the best communication is proper communication. And sometimes when you put things in the chat, they're up to other people's interpretation. But we'd love to have you come on and you talk to us so we can see the passion. We can actually see what it is that you mean instead of reading it in the comment section. We can't get everybody on, but we have enough of you guys on. We love it. That we do. Oh, shout out to you, Frank the Tank, you, JB, Mr. Chicago, the crooked commissioner in the back, the super producer, T-Nick, wherever he at, man. I think he's somewhere sipping on my ties or something, or sipping on something else.
Hey, how many PTO days do he get? I'm concerned.
Man,
he might have hit early retirement for all the fuck.
At this damn point, he on maternity leave or something, man. We don't know.
His ass knocked up, I guess.
Is that a baby? You just had that baby?
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to you, brothers. Once again, the chat was lit tonight. Thank you all very much. You know what I'm saying? Because here at the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, we are visionaries. As our boy Seth Rollins says, we are revolutionary. We are the Chicago freaking Clubhouse Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Different from everybody else.
We coming to burn it down. Let's go.
Anybody on the chat too? If you have a connection with Seth Rollins, please let us know.
We love that.
Yes, sir.
You see this? Somebody get
hey, listen, him and CM Punk. CM Punk from Chicago. He's a Bears fan.
We have both of you guys on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we have them both on at the same time. We'll have a lot of ding dings.
Right.
Oh man. That'd be legendary right there.
Anyway, want to give a shout out to the kiddies. They were actually kind of quiet tonight. Wasn't too many of them walking their little
I didn't
ass.
see the head pop by the whole damn show.
Yeah, we ain't seen no sighting Ricky in about 2-3 weeks, man. What's up, man?
And Ricky
He's sleeping better, it sounds like.
Thank God. He was whining a little bit. I had to mute it. His ass was whining back there. His mama put on the bed. Shout out to him. Shout out to Grogu. You know, they still at odds with each other.
I still remember when Ricky knocked his ass out, man. I remember
a couple of times, man, because Gru kept talking shit.
Yeah, he kept talking shit. Grogu and slapped the shit.
Like, I'll show you some force.
Yeah,
it was like it was shit. He was talking.
You use the force, I'll use the fist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Want to give a shout out to Misty McMichael on the passing of her husband and loved one, and one that we really love to as well. Mr. Steve Mongo McMichael. Our thoughts and prayers are out to you guys. Don Bird, you come bringing your ass in here all late.
You always talk your shit, and we always respectfully want you to come in here. When
Detroit sorry ass must have won tonight.
Right, look, I'm like, why did he say that?
They must say that's all the hell they gonna win, because damn it, your ass gonna be losing when you see Ben Johnson on this side of the goddamn sideline beating your ass.
And I want to give a special shout out to all the Chicago draftees. Hey, congratulations.
Yes, sir.
The best city and the best fan base in the NFL, baby.
Yeah, fucking
enough. And the best city to eat at, too. So, man, shout out to my beautiful fiance. We about to get married in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, man. It's coming up.
Man, is it hot in here?
Yeah, buddy.
Shit. I got to
say
it is. God damn. My heart's tingling a little bit.
I was like, if that's gonna be the case, where is she right now?
Yeah, she in there with the baby, so I ain't got to worry about shit being thrown at me. Anyway, so like I said, hey, check us out every Tuesday, 8:00 p.m. The Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Hey, the Chicago Clubhouse Network. Mondays, we got the fantasy show with the Crooked Commission. Tuesdays, the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Remember to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, people. The Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Wednesday, we got She Said What She Said, Damn It, with our girl Sherry Gray. Thursdays, depending on the season, we got Plunk and we got Bull Spit. You know what I'm saying? And then on Friday, usually be Easy Does It, but Easy doesn't do shit nowadays. So,
easy done and get married or engaged, and now he ain't.
Yeah. And then on football season, around 10 o'clock, when the game is at 12 o'clock noon, we have the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, fucking pregame show. Check it out. Starring the Crooked Commish, Chef, our boy Ant. Check them out. 10 o'clock, Sundays, Central Time. So, without further ado, we're going to give you a good do for Frank the Tank, JB, Mr. Chicago, the Crooked Commissioner, super producer in the back, our boy T Mick. I'm Foul Mouth C. Guess what, people? We out.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Go Timberwolves tomorrow. Fuck Lakers.
Detroit.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Good morning, Congo.
L for love. Good times.
No love for the Lakers.
We look better, baby. That's why he came to us.
Good morning.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.